maybe 20, maybe 30 minutes with y'all. $20 to $30 with y'all, depending on how long it takes me to walk. How y'all doing? I'm doing okay. Today was my first day back at work. There was things that I said that I want to do. I said that today was going to be an interesting day at work because it was my first day back in 8 days, something like that, and it's the first time I've taken that much time. Even though that doesn't sound like that much time, it is the first time that I have taken that much time off of work of any job consecutively, aside from the time off I took when my dad was sick. Just regular time off to be off, vacation, whatever. This is the longest amount of time, ever in my entire work career. Never taken a week. I've taken like 4 days. If it's been a long weekend, like let's say Monday was off or Friday was off, or Monday and Friday in one case, I would take like the Thursday and the Tuesday, stretch the vacation in that sense. But that was only technically 2 days off of work. It was 6 days away from work, but it was only 2 days off from work because everyone was off for the other 4 days, and it was just 2 extra days around that I stretched as a holiday. But anyways, I got back to work. It was weird energy at work. I'm going to tell y'all something that bothers me. And I've just realized that this is something that is going to be consistent to any job that I ever do, right? Work cultures, right? Work cultures are just conditioned. It's an expectation that when you're in the work culture, you're supposed to be like grumpy, unhappy, just head down to the ground, focus on your work, don't talk to anybody, don't be friendly, don't smile. Like, hold on a second. So I'm gonna something to do real quick. I take plot twist. It's not going to take 30 minutes. You're going to have me for another 5 to 10. I could come back. I might not. It all depends. All depends on the vibes, the mood that I'm feeling, Anyways, to keep this brief, work cultures, toxic work cultures, which is most work cultures, just kind of expect you to be unhappy, nasty, just if there's things going on, the way that I see it is like, I'm never attached to a company. I am myself. And I do company related duties to pay my bills. Like, that's it. My bills have to be paid. And until I find a way to pay those bills without a company, there's certain things that I have to do. There's places that I have to go in order to get the bills paid. But it does not mean that me and the company are merged together. And I haven't always been that way. I was that nose to the ground, ear to the grind type of person. Focus, work. I was that person at one time. Until I had a work-related breakdown. And nobody at work was there to save me, spare me when this happened. In fact, they were quick to get rid of me. And I said to myself at that point in time, in that stage, like, no work environment is ever going to do that to me again, and I have never let it. And me walking into work, smiling, greeting people, I'm trying to help my son. How about you try to help yourself? Maybe when you come up with your courage to come up with that story and maybe a new user account, you can, I'll probably block that username as well. But maybe do that on your page, come out on your page, and I'm sure your supporters are going to appreciate you for that. But bye. Anyways, to make a long story short, man, I am who I am, and no work environment is going to change who I am. And people are just, corporate pushers are just not going to like me. And, I just, for now, have to accept that that's my life until I find the appropriate alternatives that will keep my bills covered. And at that stage, I can tell these people to go kick rocks, but till that time comes, I hate to use the word suffer, but I feel like I'm suffering at times through that life that I have to live just in order to make myself survive. And I know that a lot of people have to live the same way. And I know that comparatively, someone might say, oh, well, at least you have the ability to work and make that money and do what you have to do, because some people can't. I get that, but my life matters too, and the things that are important to me matter. And it drains my soul a little bit, just being forced to be in such environments around people who are just soul-sucking in that way. And when I tell you I can't wait until I can give an update that that's not the life that I have to live anymore, I'd be so excited to say that. But anyways, what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to catch up on as much challenge and Survivor as I can. Unfortunately, I also have a little bit of work to do, and probably tomorrow I'll be in a better place for an update. But in the meantime, like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, all that good stuff, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Hi, chocolate.